Breaking news as the police went to Keanu Reeves' house as someone falsely accused him of being involved in what sounds like a missing persons case. I mean, that's crazy, right? See, apparently a caller called in a welfare check for Keanu Reeves' residence, but the welfare check, it wasn't about Keanu Reeves. It was about a female that had been missing, a female that hadn't been seen in a while. And this situation was a dangerous one because the police, they had no idea whose residence this was at all, with the police knocking on the home and apparently being surprised at Keanu Reeves answering the door. Now, you and I, we're going to talk about this situation today, and we have talked about Keanu Reeves before, with people trying to cancel him, going after his career and on, but this is next level. I mean, this is crazy times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. Now, the most disturbing thing about this situation, in my opinion, is the way that it's classified, because the police, they say, well, we don't really know what went on with this. We don't know if a caller just got a wrong address. We don't know if somebody was looking for attention and quote unquote pulling a prank, because really, I mean, when you get down to this, it sounds like a swatting attempt, and a swatting attempt against Keanu Reeves. Now, TMZ is the outlet that ended up breaking this story. And when I look at the headlines from them and I look at the headlines from other places, I get the feeling that they don't like Keanu Reeves like the public likes Keanu Reeves. Why? Well, when you look at these headlines, I mean, they just talk about this being a big mix-up. You know, hey, not such a big deal. I mean, Keanu Reeves has the cops roll in. Knock, knock. Who's there? Oh, yeah, it's me, Keanu. Now, personally, I think that this is a big deal. And really, it sounds like so many other swattings that we've seen, with the police talking to TMZ saying that they responded to this call because someone had called in saying that they were worried about a 27-year-old woman, and that the police, they needed to go out and they needed to find out exactly what was going on. See, the headlines, they dismiss this stuff as nothing more than a welfare check. But here's the kicker. The language to this, it doesn't sound like a welfare check. What it sounds like is somebody being reported that, well, I mean, when you look at this, it sounds like they may have gone missing. So, you know, you need to go to this address. You need to see what's going on. Why? Well, we haven't seen or heard from this person, quote unquote, in a while. I mean, this is what the police had to say. Quote, police say the caller, they told them they hadn't spoken to their female friend in a while. Now, normally when you're doing a welfare check, mind you, you're doing that within a day, maybe 2 days. In a while, though, I mean, that seems to be a significantly longer timeline here, and they were concerned about said female. On top of that, they provided a lot of information about this person. They provided the person's full date of birth. They provided everything about them, like what kind of car that they were driving. Again, quite a bit of information that when you call in something like this, yeah, somebody ends up answering the door, you could cause them significant problems. I mean, we've seen what happens in incidents like this. See, according to the media here, the caller, they wanted a quote-unquote welfare check. The thing is, most people, they don't call in something saying they need a welfare check. What they're saying is there's something wrong, and that's what you heard before. I haven't heard from my friend in a while. You know, basically, this is atypical from them. You know, they're missing. There's nobody responding here. I know all of this information about them. You need to go to their residence. You need to figure out what's wrong. And you can think about how many things in that scenario they could go horribly wrong. But the media, they treat this thing like a joke. I mean, look at how they write this up. We're told the caller requested police do a welfare check to make sure the woman was all right. But when the cops got to the home and they knocked on the door, they were surprised to see Keanu Reeves answer. Again, they don't write up the dangers here. They don't write this up as a potential swatting. Nope, just the wrong address. We don't know if the female in this situation, they exist, they're okay, but Keanu Reeves answers the door, right? Now, this situation, it plays out best case scenario, thankfully, with the police actually talking about how nice and cordial Keanu Reeves is. I wouldn't expect anything less, by the way. I mean, he's supposed to be one of the nicest celebrities out there. I've heard that from many a source. So yeah, I mean, I would expect this to go very well. But apparently, he joked about this. He was really nice about it. After the police, they told him how exactly they end up on the doorstep. I mean, they tell him about the woman, but the John Wick star, he says, I don't know that person at all. I have no idea who you were talking about. And as far as my residence here, that person, they don't live here with me. Which again, that begs the question, if this is a legitimate call, what happened with that person? I mean, did they follow up on it? Did they just write that off? Did they look in? Again, they're supposed to have information on that. Or is this a swatting? Like I said, we have seen so many of them. I've actually had police called to my house because of what we're doing right here, just talking about stuff. So yeah, I mean, that stuff, it happens. It happens all the time. And the media, they could talk about the dangers of that, but they don't. They don't at all. See, to me, I think that's the most disturbing aspect of all of this, the minimization of what happened here, because in this day and age, I mean, you have false accusations, they roll out 24/7, you see swatting attempts happening all the time. How is this handled by the media? Well, they say, we don't really know what went on in this. It could have been a wrong address, or look at how they describe swatting. I mean, this is a problem in and of itself. They say, it could have been somebody looking for attention by pulling a prank. That's not a prank, by the way. I mean, sending police to somebody's home, again, saying somebody is missing. They're not doing the things that they normally would do. I mean, that's not just an invasion of your privacy. That could lead to so many other terrible things. And I also found it fascinating that the police, with a name as big as Keanu Reeves, they don't know where he lives. I mean, you would think a rep would call that in to keep something terrible from potentially happening. But I thought that this was interesting. Again, you have this called in. It looks just like false accusations, swatting to me. I mean, that happens all the time. What does the media do? Oh, well, Keanu Reeves. Let's just play it off. That's strange and disturbing. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Can't say that enough. Want to help out the channel, by the way? Links are in the description. But I'm going to end here. Thank you again, and we will see you soon.